we should interview Vinny and ask what his camp stories are.
I would love
Get
to.
first-hand
Like
experience.
Boy Scout camp?
Yes.
Was he a counselor?
No, he participated.
Oh.
But from what I hear, it was like fun. But he'd go away for like a week, for like years.
That's
like
not so
it was
bad.
like a yearly thing that him and his troop did. Vinny is my brother. He watches this actually from time to time. So Vinny, if you want to come on, let me know.
Hey, Vinny.
We're here.
And if you're not Vinny, welcome back to the Neighbors Pod.
Exactly. We're really glad you're back.
Yeah. And this week, last year, if you tuned in, we shared our summer camp stories. And this year we were sharing some from Reddit.
Julia went to Jesus camp, so if you didn't listen to that, I highly recommend that you do.
That episode was so good.
I was remembering things as I read through this.
So definitely go there and listen to this one before or after. We don't care when, but
Yeah.
just listen to both.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You should. I'll start. I was at a church summer camp, for context. Me and my best friend were in the same cabin, along with a bunch of people we didn't know. One of the kids kept telling us that he could easily kill us in our sleep. And would whip his knife out periodically.
No.
Every night they would have a dance thing where they played really shitty music because church. This kid was being a huge dick and smelled really bad. Not relevant. He came over to me and poured water on my head, and when he lifted up the cup, I blocked and punched straight to the jaw. Oh my god.
What?
He hit the ground and I walked away. I do martial arts, so it was kind of instinctive. Okay. I'm sorry.
I do martial arts. It was kind of instinctive.
Later, I had to make myself cry for my counselor of church camp and explain how bad I felt. I didn't. Then, later the next day, I learned that the guy I punched was the knife guy's best friend. Couldn't sleep for like a week. Also, he kept trying to give my friend chew that he hid in soda cans. Me and my friend were both 15. So, wait, like bubblegum? Chew, I'm assuming?
Or is chew tobacco?
Oh, tobacco. It probably was tobacco that he hid, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So weird.
Kooky kid. Kooky boys.
This is written 10 years ago. Oh my god. I just realized that.
Oh my.
That's
Oh wow.
scary.
Did that kid with the knife ever get in trouble? Or, like, do they not know that he has a knife? Because, like, I can't imagine. Like, I can imagine. It's a pocket knife. Like, people do carry them for utility. But to, like, just flash it like that.
No child needs a knife for utility.
Well, I say because, like, Vinny had it in being Boy Scouts. But he's not flashing it, threatening to,
Yeah.
like, kill you in your sleep.
Yeah.
In the way that this kid very clearly did. So, like, did he get in trouble for that? Did he get at that point, that's like a borderline weapon? Did he get
It is
that
a
taken
weapon.
away? Well, yeah, because he's, like, talking premeditated now, so, like,
It sounds like the knife was not taking care of that.
girl, they gotta get on that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Okay, love that.
Like you're secluded in the wood with Psycho.
And you punched his best friend in the face.
Yeah.
I'd watch my back, too.
Yeah, same.
Should
Go
I
ahead.
next?
Yeah.
My youth group stayed at a campsite for the weekend trip.
Lots of church ones.
Yep. We were all in a cabin playing card games when someone with a gorilla suit ran by the cabin and started banging on the door. It really freaked everyone out because it was no one in our group. They came back a couple times until one of the adults confronted the person and then they ran away. They never found out who the person was.
I hate that.
It was Bigfoot.
That was the leading comment.
Oh, really?
Just Bigfoot.
When I hear Gorilla Suit, I think of the Bruno Mars music video.
Yeah. Treasure.
Or
Was it Treasure?
yeah.
No.
think so.
Or no, Lazy.
Lazy.
song.
You're right. Same
And
album.
what was the show that would use the gorilla suits from time to time? Was it iCarly or Victorious or both?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Or
I
Big
don't
Time
know.
Rush?
Mm,
It was definitely Nickelodeon.
That was unsettling, too.
Disney was not doing that. But, like,
No.
which one
the
was it?
specific gorilla suit was uncomfortable
What
to
show
look at.
was that? Now I have
Right?
to
You know
Google
what?
it. Wait,
Was it SpongeBob?
Oh, okay, that actually, you're right.
That was
That was
I
scary.
knew it was Nickelodeon.
I didn't
Because
like
it was
that.
out of place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I was trying to associate it to like a real show, because it was a real person.
Yeah.
Just into an animated show.
Was he the gorilla? Was he underwater when they showed him, or was it when they?
I think he was underwater.
I think so.
Because
I
remember the
hated
two
that.
guys that they would sometimes pan off to on some episodes, and there was like them watching SpongeBob. You remember that?
Yeah, the main guy, the like narrator in the beginning.
Are you sure that's not the movie?
Maybe it's in the movie.
Mysterious man in gorilla suit
Yeah, I hate
harassing your worship summer camp trip. Like, this is a youth group that is getting harassed. There's better people. There's people that deserve.
Who deserves to be harassed?
I don't know. Like, oh no. The alleged sacrifice of like the owl god of like all the top people in the world. We need a gorilla suit at that retreat. You guys have not seen that conspiracy?
No.
Is it a documentary?
I don't know.
No.
But anyways, allegedly, like the top world leaders and like top people meet at some forest and do worships and sacrifices to the owl god for their dreams to come true and whatnot. It's kind of like, do you believe that people sell their soul to the devil, become famous kind of thing? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know what I mean? So,
Share that video with us.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
we'll do.
Okay. I'll share my Christian summer camp story too. I worked at a Christian camp for a couple summers, and we played this game called Mission Impossible one night of each session. Basically, what happened was that certain counselors were designated as wanted, and they would wear flag football belts. The boundaries extended into the forest, and counselors could be hiding anywhere within them. The cabin that captured the most flags won the mission. The game was a blast, and everyone would dress in camo and wear headlamps. That particular year, the guy counselors thought it was hilarious to hide in trees or behind trees and throw flour bombs at the other guy counselors. For those who don't know, you fill a balloon with flour, and when it hits someone, they're covered head to toe in white flour.
That's mean.
That night, it started raining during the game,
Oh no.
and when flour gets wet, it hardens. So one of the guys didn't realize this and slung the flour bomb, now rock hard, straight into another guy's crotch. He immediately turned green and passed out. An ambulance had to come, and we later learned that he lost a testicle because of a flour bomb.
Oh my god. That's real bad.
That's the thumbnail right there. Oh my god.
Hold up.
Yo!
The flour is mixed with water inside of the balloon?
It was just hanging in a balloon, but it started raining, so water got into it.
Oh my god, and then someone just grabbed it and was like, "Fuck."
It's like
Holy
cement.
shit.
Oh!
That's horrible.
Yeah.
No, that's so fucked up. Oh my god.
If it was hanging,
permanent damage
then
too.
how did it get like down there?
Someone
Like it was hanging.
someone like whacked it.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was like a booby trap where it fell from the top and
It was like
landed
hanging on
them.
a string, which is probably how it was open enough to catch water, and they just
Oh shit!
slung it.
But like you would feel in your hand that it's
Yeah.
hard. And then you threw it at your friend's balls like that?
Could you forgive somebody
No.
for that?
You lost a testicle.
You're so
No.
stupid for doing it. But also, he's stupid for playing, so...
You didn't know that would happen.
Yeah. In this movie I watched, what's it called? While You Were Sleeping. It's a Christmas movie, but still relevant. This guy and his best friend were playing basketball, and the best friend had a pencil in his pocket, and that's how he lost his testicle.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I can't imagine that feeling.
And they weren't friends after that.
Yeah,
Which reminds me of that.
I don't think I could forgive somebody for that.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
so.
life
either.
altering.
Yeah. That's like impacting your ability to have children for sure.
Yeah, right.
Like you're down half.
You're down. That's okay. I'm sorry.
Like think about it like that. You're already like
I was
got
thinking
half.
that.
I guess, like, half the success, maybe? Is that how that works? You lost half the supply, no?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy shit happening at church camp.
Guys being dudes.
Is church... Well, okay, first of all, why is crazy shit happening at church camp? Why isn't it
These
protected?
people-
Why isn't God protecting them?
Yeah. Is God on vacation? Is God on vacation in the summer, too?
Oh, man.
That's from a Catholic who's not, like, very Catholic-y. Does God take vacation? Let me know.
I was a camp counselor for 2 summers while I was in college. There was always some sort of drama going on between counselors, lots of hookups, and people getting ridiculous over what happened. There are a few things that did stand out. During training, we had a counselor overnight. We set up camp at one of the spots near the lake, hiked to the beach, and built a bonfire. Eventually, we all ended up skinny dipping in the lake. Now, one of the assistant directors was a friend of mine from school, and his girlfriend had gotten a job as a counselor that summer. She decided to make a pass at another counselor on our overnight campout, essentially hooking up with him while we all slept near them. Yes, we woke up. The next day, someone told our assistant director. He reacted predictably and cornered the guy in the sleeping annex, grabbed him by the neck, and slammed him against the wall. Thankfully, there was someone nearby who heard what was going on to stop it. He packed his stuff up immediately, and while packing the car, his girlfriend got in the passenger seat to try to talk to him. He promptly broke up with her, and she smashed her hand into the dashboard, breaking a few bones in the process.
Oh my.
She went to the hospital, he said bye, and we sat around until we were done for the day and went and got drunk with him in town. This was just the first week of the summer. It only got more ridiculous after that. So basically, she cheated on her boyfriend, he found out.
And she got mad?
Yeah. And she slammed her hand into his car and broke it.
Like,
How dumb can you be? You cheated! Why are you mad?
Maybe
And
there's something about being, like, in nature that just brings out this terrible side to people.
You finally, like, relax enough.
Like anything
everything,
goes.
all the craziness comes out, all the truth. What?
that's so crazy.
I
Her
don't
reaction
know.
just makes no sense.
It doesn't
No.
make sense.
No.
And the guy choking the other guy against the wall.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna be with them for a month.
Yeah.
Living with them in close quarters.
Yeah, why would you?
Well, he left.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was just the then couple that should probably
No.
break up?
Now I'm getting myself confused.
Being a camp counselor is kind of like being on Love Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know of a person that married their person that they were dating from camp.
Ooh.
They were both counselors together
Oh,
in high
that's
school.
cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I think they started dating like in college though.
Okay.
And they were just like friends that have known each other since then.
Yeah.
And then it blossomed into something more. Not that they were like, unless it's like been a flirty thing the whole time. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Then it really is Love Island. Yeah. Wow.
But they had a nice wedding.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Romance.
Julia.
Yeah. And they had friends that were actually like their summer camp friends with them at
Oh,
their
that's
wedding
cool.
too. Yeah.
That's nice they had them there. I feel like
Yeah.
you ought to do that.
Yeah.
Not every
They're part of
camp
it.
story is bad.
Just most of them.
Just, yeah. That's like the very 0.01%. When I was 12/13, I had a Nintendo DSi. The DSi had the capability to take photos and edit them. I decided it would be hilarious if I took a picture of my junk and enlarge everything. It looked like I had elephantitis. Then I erased the middle of my Titanic sack and turned into a broader? Broader? For other pictures.
border.
Okay.
Oh, wow, God.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Sorry, I had a brain fart moment right there. Let me restart that. I then erased the middle of my Titanic sack and then turned it into a border for other pictures. Parentheses, I wanted to take a bunch of artsy pictures and then have it be surrounded by my nuts. Close parentheses. Think I forgot about the camp part? Nah. I decided to bring my DSI on a camp trip to a water park. The bus ride is long and I needed entertainment. What could go wrong? Well, I was in a group of friends where I was the only guy and I found most of the girls attractive. One of the girls that was all over me the entire week at camp was sitting next to me on the bus and wanted to play some games on my DSI. I'm a nice guy, so I let her play. After around 30 minutes, I looked over to her and she had the blankest expression on her face. I looked at my DSI and there was artsy picture of a forest with my border surrounding it on the screen. She found where I buried my nuts. I tried to grab my gaming console back with shock and embarrassment on my face, but it was too late. She turned around and showed the rest of the group. Needless to say, I sat alone on the bus ride home crying, playing Pokemon Diamond. This was before private folders were invented.
Would you do that?
Yeah. I mean, he's a pubescent boy. Like, we girls could not understand. We're way too focused on, like, doing our nails and, like, looking cute to just be like, yes, let me do that.
How old did he say he was?
12 or 13.
Oh, damn.
So, like, the hormones are raging. You got nothing better to do. You're bored. Like...
Yeah, just acting silly.
Oh...
Poor kid.
I know. The girls.
You think he really didn't remember it was in his DS? He must not have. I guess they're kids.
But also, he gave it to her to play games. He probably didn't think she was gonna snoop.
Yeah. I don't like that she was snooping.
Oh.
And then she was like purposely mean about it.
Well, if you found that, you'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, like, yo, look at this.
If my friend was next to me, I'd be like, "Whoa, whoa."
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, yo. But still, it's just like a natural reaction.
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
Poor kid.
Poor kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this one. So, I worked at a performing arts camp that's quite famous in the States.
Ooh.
The female to male ratio for the campers was about 10-1, and very few of the male campers were straight. This meant that the majority of the drama was centered on one straight boy who hooked up with at least half of the cabin I supervised.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
At one point, one of my 16-year-old campers was busted for putting Nair in another girl's shampoo bottle. The campers didn't know how much the staff knew, or that it wasn't an accident that we walked in on you on the tennis courts, and the recording studio, and the costume shop, and backstage, and the dark room. It also wasn't an accident that you found those condoms. You're welcome. We knew everything that went on.
What?
Is that related to the Nair?
It's
I
all about
guess-
the same boy, but she also walked in on this boy in all those rooms.
Oh my god.
Hooking up with girls.
So she knows, like, all the business.
Yeah.
And sees the girls, like, going crazy
That's
about it.
crazy.
Jeez.
That's too much.
As the guy, like, you have to know. Like, walking into that camp, you're like, everyone's gonna be trying to get with me.
Every guy should do that.
Also, as cute or whatever as he is, I would not want to hook up with him if he's just, like, being a hoe.
But I guess, like, it's like a celebrity coming into the camp and everyone's like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's like the Connect 3. at Camp
I mean,
Rock.
I was gonna say, if it's, like, the top, like...
But also, if every guy's gay and you're not, like, you automatically climb the ladder to the girls.
Well,
They probably don't even love him.
Well, if it's, like, a top performing, like, thing, imagine it's, like, Zac Efron before High School Musical.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It could be, like, someone that they know of.
Yeah, maybe.
But him just being able to go and hook up with everyone
It's
crazy.
nuts.
And the girls dueling each other.
That's fucking wild.
I mean, honestly, isn't that, like, what Hollywood is?
Yeah, but imagine washing your hair with Nair.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up. The fact that it got to that level where the girls were, like, going after each other.
And they're 16 years old.
Yeah. Like, come on. He's just a boy. You're not marrying him. Like, the odds that any of you are actually marrying this man,
Slim.
slim.
Yeah.
He's probably gay, too.
He might be.
At the end
Maybe
of it.
he's bi.
Who knows? But you don't gotta be sabotaging other girls like that. He either likes you or not.
He don't like any of them.
Yeah.
That's what
just
it is,
convenient.
too. So, like, just be grateful that you got to hit that and then be like... Like, the fact that they're freaking out like this is crazy.
Yeah. Also, just the prospect of, like, a counselor being able to walk in is terrifying. Like, I would never do that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
can you not lock the door?
Well, there's like multiple people
Yeah.
per room, so I feel like they have access.
But
Even if they're, like, in the recording studio, you could look through a window or something.
yeah,
Or I'm sure there's cameras. It's expensive
I mean,
equipment.
yeah, that's what she said.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. There was no locks on the doors at my camp. I don't think so.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Protection.
But the boys and girls were separated.
Thank God.
Hmm.
No. Why are camp stories so sexual?
Hormonal teenagers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Put them all in one place without their parents.
Yeah, no supervision.
With, like, young adults.
Yeah.
This kind of makes me want to go to camp.
I know.
Like, just for the fun.
You could be a counselor.
Oh. Could
I
I?
think you're aged out of camp. They make, like, women camps, though. There's, like, yoga camps and book camps.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, there's other kinds
What,
of
you want
camps.
boys there?
Yeah, I think that's a part of the fun.
You know what you would thrive
You
in?
should go to Love Island.
Oh.
Yes, let's get
I'm
Julia on.
unemployed. I could be on Love Island, right?
Let's get Julia
should.
on
They
for
have, like,
next
We'll be a
year.
bombshell for this season.
I thought
Who do we have
Bombshell
to
had
call
to
up?
be like somebody from a past season.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Just a hot person.
Yeah, to stir up breakup couples.
Dang.
They love nurses. There's a nurse on the season right now.
I know. I think I have seen that where they have like, wait, how do people take the time off from their jobs?
Well, a lot of people are saying the nurses quit because they know they'll get rehired. A lot of people are in sales, so they could just take off, I guess, because
Yeah.
there's so many people that work in sales.
Also, Gen Z does not have a lot of 9-to-5 jobs.
Yeah. I was going to say half the people are influencers, so they do their own thing.
Yeah.
That too.
Are there people you guys recognize?
No.
But people I know recognize one of the fitness influencers.
Oh, okay.
So I guess she's a big name in there.
Huda?
Huda, yeah.
I gotta watch this now.
You do have to.
I'm gonna do it.
And there's this guy Ace that's famous on TikTok. He like teaches people how to dance and stuff, so people knew him.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently he was the most famous one going
Yeah.
into it.
It's good. You gotta.
But, like, even then, like, I'm, like, on, like, Dance Talk, kind of, and I haven't come across
Well,
him.
he's not like dance. He like will go live with people and like that don't speak English and like teach them like just funny little things.
Oh.
It's not like formal dance teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, that's it for this week's episode.
Yeah.
That's it for some crazy summer camp stories that we
Yeah.
got. You teenagers out there.
A rowdy crowd.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, if you have any summer camp stories, comment them down below, DM us, submit it anonymously, literally whatever, we want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then stay tuned for our episode next week. Everything's linked down below. Stay in touch. Don't be a stranger. You know why? 'Cause we're neighbors.
Bye, neighbor.
Bye, guys.